So good evening, everyone. I welcome all the participants to the AICT Atal 6 days online FTP program. I request the participants to stay connected till other participants joins. So good evening to the participants. I request all the participants to stay connected. For a few minutes, still other participant joins. So about TJS College of Arts and Science. The college was established in the year 2023 under the TJS group of institutions with a vision to provide holistic, sustainable, and value-based education. The college is committed to elevating rural students, helping them aspire for higher education, and equipping them to meet the sector-based employability challenges in the society. The institution places emphasis on not only on academic excellence, but also on character formation, ethical values, and professional competence. It strives to create a learning environment that blends knowledge, skill, and values, thereby preparing students to contribute meaningful to both professional and large community. With the motto of empowering students through education, the TJS College of Arts and Science continues to serve as a beacon of learning and values in the region. I request the participants to stay connected for a few minutes till all the participants joins. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Muttu, principal, has principal entered?
No, ma'am, not yet.
No, ma'am, still not, ma'am.
Okay, so kindly remind him, sir.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Prema, ma'am. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
I welcome all the participants to the AICT Atal 6-day online FTP program. I request the participants to stay connected in the meeting for a few minutes until the other participant joins. Please stay connected. Good evening, sir.
Madam, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Santosh. The link எல்லாரும் அனுப்பி
Good evening, sir.
To everybody, sir.
I sent a link to all the
Send to
participants.
everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
the participants, all the resource person. Personally, also I have sent, sir.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the AICT Atal 6 days online FTP program hosted by TJ's College of Arts and Science. I request all the participants to stay connected until all the participants joins. About the host institution, TJ's College of Arts and Science, established in the year 2023 with a vision to provide holistic, sustainable, and value-based education. The college is committed to elevating rural students, helping them aspire for higher education, and equipping them to meet the sector-based employability challenges in the society. It strives to create a learning environment that blends knowledge, skill, and values, thereby preparing students to contribute meaningfully to the both professional world and the large community. With the motto of empowering students through education, TJ's College of Arts and Science continues to serve as a beacon of learning and values in this region. I request the participants to stay connected in the meeting till everyone connects.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I welcome all the participants to the AICT Atal 6-day online FDP program. I request the participants to stay connected.
Yeah, let us all wait for around 6:10. Principal sir, can we start at 6:10 like yesterday?
Yes, madam. Please wait for the participants.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Bhanuman, we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
start at 6:10.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Before starting, just confirm with this resource person. I think resource person need to join.
Yes, sir. Sure,
The
sir.
speaker, I think our speaker
Ma'am,
need to join. No, it's not on online.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'll call the speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
Banu, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So I welcome everyone to the AICT Atal 6 days online FDP program hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science. I request all the participants to stay connected until the resource person join with us. Please keep connected.
Muthu sir, system admin.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can I, come out of the meeting and then call the guest? No issues, no?
No issues, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. You can, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So about the host institution, TJS College of Arts and Science, established in the year 2023 under the TJS group of institution with a vision to provide holistic, sustainable and value-based education. The college is committed to elevating rural students, helping them aspire for higher education and equipping them to meet the sector-based employability challenges in the society. With the motto of empowering students through education, TJS College of Arts and Science continues to serve as a beacon of learning and values in this region. It strives to create a learning environment that blends knowledge, skill, and values that are preparing students to contribute meaningfully to both professional world and large community.
Ma'am, Dr. Swarnamuthu sir is in line, is come inside.
Yes, ma'am. 35 participants have joined. Shall we wait, sir?
Sir, very good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Sir, very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
As you
sir.
wish, ma'am. No problem, ma'am. If you wish, I'll wait, ma'am. Not an issue.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Just we'll wait for a few more minutes, sir, and we'll start at 6:10,
Okay,
sir.
no problem, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I request all the participants to stay connected in the meeting for a few more minutes.
Ma'am, is it okay to share or shall I wait for 10 minutes, ma'am?
So we can wait for 2 more minutes, sir. 35 participants
No,
have
ma'am.
joined.
Even 10 minutes is not a problem. Shall I share the
Yes, sir.
screen or shall I wait for the screen? Shall I wait for 10 minutes, ma'am?
Yes, sir. So we have a formal introduction, sir. Then you can start your presentation, sir. Kindly
Yes,
wait, sir.
yes, ma'am.
Kindly bear the inconvenience, sir. Please do wait, sir.
No problem, no problem.
Thank you. We have a formal introduction for you, sir.
I request the participants to stay connected for a few more minutes. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you to AICT Atal 6 days online FDP program hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science. I request the participants to stay connected in the meeting for a few more minutes until other participants joins.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavana, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the AICT Atal 6 days online FDP program hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science. So I request the participants to wait. The number is slowly increasing.
So, Professor Banu, madam,
Yes, sir.
I think we
Can
can
we
start the program now.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay for madam, coordinator, Dr. Bhuvaneshwari, madam?
Yes,
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 Shall we
sir.
start?
Shall we start now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Kindly.
Or we'll
ma'am,
wait few more
proceed.
minutes.
All
Shall we
right.
start now, or we'll wait for a few more minutes?
I don't. Since it is, I think the participants. We wish you all Ganesh Chaturthi today. I think they are all busy, and I think they'll take few more minutes to join. So 47 participants are inside. So the speaker resource person is waiting. So we can start. No, sir.
Yes, you can start, madam. That's good.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, continue, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care,
Good
ma'am.
evening, everyone. On this auspicious occasion, with the blessing of Lord Almighty, I'm delighted to welcome you all to the Day 3 of AICT Atal 6-day online FDP, hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science. We truly appreciate your dedication in joining today's session, even as you celebrate this festive day with your families. We look forward to another insightful and enriching evening of learning together. Before we start the session, a quick note to the participants. It's mandatory for the participants to maintain 80% of attendance to receive Atal certificate. Feedback form will be posted in the chat box at the end of each session. It's mandatory to fill the form. Participants can raise your queries only at the end of each session. Online test will be conducted only on the last day of the FTP. We now proceed to session 5, which will focus on the topic ethical governance in higher education institution. To formally introduce our resource person, now I invite Professor Dr. S. Premakumari, Head, Department of English. Over to you, Prema ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, one and all. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for today's faculty development program on building an ethical campus culture from classroom to governance. We are honored to have with us Dr. Swarnamuthu sir, Head, Department of English, LNG College. Sir, we welcome you, sir. Sir holds a PhD in English from Alagappa University and has over 22 years of experience in teaching field as a perfect professor, genuine guide, prolific writer, admirable author, and renowned resource person. He worked in Hindustan College of Arts and Science from September 1999 to June 2021, in RKM Vivekananda College from July 2001 to December 2007, and also in Department of Collegiate Education under the Government of Tamil Nadu. He has served as a mentor to the thousands of students and educators, always promoting innovation in the education field. His leadership in academic reform have earned him immense respect in all the criteria in all the fields in his academics. He has been honored with several prestigious awards as a recognition of his lifetime contribution to the academic world. Sir is the guiding light in the field of education, and he is the pillar of the education institution. We are truly privileged to have you as a resource person of today's session, sir. I welcome you to share your views and thoughts on ethical governance in higher education institutions. Once again, I welcome you to handle the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Am I audible?
we welcome you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, you can share your
Sir, is
screen.
this audible?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just sharing my. Yeah. Is it clear? Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to one and all, wherever you are, and wish you all a very, very happy evening, morning under Ganesh Chaturthi. The topic for the day is ethical governance in higher educational institutions. In my last lecture, we concentrated on ethical values we should have as a teacher in a classroom, and now a bit next level of education where we are concentrating on ethical governance in higher educational institutions. So what is ethical governance in higher education institutions? Ethical governance in higher education institution is a framework where we need to frame guidelines for ensuring institutional integrity, accountability, and public trust in academic enterprises. So similar to our classroom environment, what happens in an education institution is how are we going to create an environment where the integrity of the institution, accountability for what we are doing, and the public trust, which is ultimately the guiding principle in ethical value. So how are we going to create the public trust as education institutions? That is what we are going to concentrate on. So this particular session has been planned in such a way that we initially discussed what are the core principles, then decision making, then academic integrity, risk management, sustainability, and then complete with implementation of all these things and what are the challenges that we face when we are planning to introduce the ethical practices that we discuss. Why? And before starting, we need to know why we need that ethical values. We need these ethical values because without these ethical values, it is impossible for us to govern, or it is impossible for us to sustain the public trust which we aspire to get. And then it is also equally important for us to keep the integrity and accountability of the institutions. The necessity for this ethical constraint happens because of the fact that the institutions across the world are facing so many challenges. One of them being financial pressure, other being the technological advancement, and third, the evolving societal expectations. The establishments are forced to maintain a robust values, and they should have an ethical governance system, which has become an essential thing for their institutions' sustainability and for their fulfillment. So, to brief it a bit, every institution has their own pressures. The pressures may be because of a financial things. Financial things in the sense that the ability to balance between the income and the expenditure. There may be some pressure. And then second is about the technological advancement. Not every institution is able to come up with a technological thinking or upgrading themselves to various levels when it comes to technological advancement. And there are so many factors which hinder this technological advancement. So the third one is the societal expectation. See, a society being an institute expects a lot from an educational institute. How are we going to address, or how are we going to face that social expectation is all about, or all these things have forced us to think about what kind of ethical values an institute should have. And then we also have to be, we are also become aware of the fact that the establishment of this ethical value and governance of this ethical value will help us to create an environment where everybody is able to attain the need and the sustainability effort they want as from an institute. It is not something that is a mandate, that is something optional, but something mandated. These ethical values or the ethical governance is a mandated thing for every education institution to grow and come up in their field of expertise. The fundamental ethical standards. The fundamental ethical standards of higher education has been described by Nolan in his Standards of Public Life. They are selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership. So what is this selflessness? As an education institution, we are selfless in imparting the education. Not that we are not we are into a service. We are into the service, I accept, but the problem is the selflessness here stands for our ability to treat everyone as equals, everyone on par. We are not giving any importance to anyone on any at any level, and we are going to give our own self. We are giving to give we are here to give our own self for the benefit of the society in general. Second is the integrity. How are we hold responsible for certain things, and how can we gain the confidence of the society, confidence of the students, confidence of the parents. And then objectivity. Objectivity here stands for our ability to look into things without any prejudices. As education institutions, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Objective in the sense that how are we going to create an objective environment for the students, for the teachers, and for the society, for the public, for the parents in general, and how are we going to create such an environment in our institutions so as to establish the integrity of the institution. And then accountability. Accountability stands for the taking responsibility altogether. Are we able to, as institutions, we are responsible for whatever that happens in our campus, whether it is regarding the syllabus covering, or whether it is the financial thinking, or whether it is CSR or social responsibilities that we need to impart on the society, everything comes under accountability. And then openness. Openness is about the communication that we have to make. When you are making a whenever we are making a communication, that should be an openness in the communication. Openness in the sense that let us be clear about what is the need and what is the requirement. That let us not hide and seek. Let us not play. Let us not hide anything. Let us be open in our approach. So whenever a student feels, or whenever a teacher feels that something has to be done, that has to be given a hearing. A hearing has to be given so as to make him or make them to understand that yes, we are listening. And that whenever we are communicating, whenever some kind of a communication goes from the top level to the bottom level, let the communication give the clarity of the purpose of the communication, and let it give why such a thing is needed. And then honesty. Honesty here stands for our own ability to our own ability to live according to the expectation of ourselves as well as the expectation of the others. And whenever we are honest effort, the effort gives us back whatever we give. So that kind of a thinking needs to be implemented in every education institution. And the final one is the leadership. Leadership quality, being the head of the institute, or being the class teacher, being a chairman, being a secretary. We need certain leadership qualities which will make us to create that ethical value among ourselves and among our students and the parents. And put together, everything comes under the ethical governance. It is not only the secretary, it is not only the principal, it is not only the HOD, it is not only the teacher in charge who is responsible for ethical governance. It is almost everybody's responsibility. Everybody should have these ethical values. Everybody. That is why I have classified them as the four ethical standards. The core ethical principles will tell us why we need to do things, or why we need these values. Only when you have these values, we'll be able to make our governance, or we'll be able to make the society to understand the need for a good education institution, and also that within the institute we will be able to create an environment where everybody understands, appreciates, and co-work with us to create a healthy environment for the students as well as for the staff as well as for the parents. So these are our core ethical values which are shared among with many people, which share among all the people in the works of an educational institution. It is not only the top, it is not only the bottom, it is all. We are going to grow together as a team, and as we are going to go to, when we are going to grow together as a team, we need to share all these ethical values in our walks of life. And what is the need for this core ethical principles? We need these core ethical principles because they create a minimum threshold requirement for the governing bodies. So when we have, it helps us to govern the institution in a better way. Maybe it may be a HM, it may be a teacher, it may be a principal, it may be a secretary, or it may be a chairman, whoever may be. When we are able to follow this core principle value, we'll be able to create a minimum threshold. It's not a maximum thing. It's a minimum threshold requirement for governing bodies. Minimum requirement for a governing people who govern an institute. These are the minimum requirements which will help us to understand, which will help us to govern the education institution in such a way that we are able to grow together and we are able to create an awareness or an impact on the society as a reputed educational institution. All over the world, people have created an ethical framework for creating such an environment. This environment is associated due to the modern development that are happening. It is not that it is being followed for the first time. Now, it is there in all education institutions in the past. But the problem here is when we are in the past, the ethical thinking was there as a as a part of an education institution, as they don't find any kind of pressure. They don't find any kind of the technological or financial burden as we as educational institutions we are facing now. They had certain principles which governed them, and they had a freedom, or they had their own way of growing up. And every institution had their own way of growing up. But now, because of the competitive world, because we are living in an age where the technology is creating so much of pressure, and the finance and the expectations of society are high, we need to regenerate it. It is not that it is not there in an education institution. The ethical values are there in an education institution, but how are we going to regenerate it in order to create a more viable, more considerable environment wherein we are able to govern it, we are able to run an institution in a successful way, create an impact on the society, and at the same time, we have an self-satisfaction in being there in that institute. So this is what the core ethical principle is all about. When we have these core principle values intact with us, it is possible for us to create a governance which is good, robust, at the same time, which has some kind of a value in it, and an impact factor in it. And when you look at institute, the institute divides itself into two things: one for academic, one for governance. So every institute has two bodies: one body governing our administrative bodies, and the other one is an academic body. That administrative body consists of the chairman, the principals, the HODs, or the headmasters, and others who are purely concentrating on the administrative level. And at the another level, we have the academic people who consist of the teachers and the HODs. These two groups, or these two forums, need to work together in order to create create an conducive environment for both of them to survive. It is followed, or it is practically followed, that none of the body is above other. We cannot say that administration is above academic or academic is above administration. Academic and administration has to go hand in hand, following all the ethical principles that we need to follow and that has been discussed. The governing bodies of the institute need to analyze, need to ensure that every principle is implemented in that particular institute, so as to make a conducive environment both for the academic and for the administration. So as administrators, the forum in the administration need not make an unethical thinking, or the academic should not do anything unethical to the administration. If both the forums go hand in hand, it is possible for us to create an ethical environment within the institute. So this is the base. I believe that this is the base. The two forums going hand in hand and following each other, and looking after each other's benefits in such a way that it is not going away or deviating from the core ethical values. This is the first base. Second is your decision-making thinking. How do we make a decision? How we are arriving at a decision? Normally, institutions have an ethical paradigm wherein we make some decision. This ethical paradigm should take care of the justice, care, and the professional standards. And at the same time, it should ensure fairness, empathy, and commitment to academic values. So whenever we are making a decision, or whenever both the bodies, the academic as well as the administration, whenever we are trying to make a decision of implementing a new rule, or implementing a new syllabus, or implementing a new pattern of teaching, the decision has to be made in such a way that justice, care, and professional standards are maintained. So whatever the decision that we are making as teachers, as HMs, as principals, As secretaries, the decisions that we make need to be judicial, and it also take care of every parameter that is needed to be taken care of. So whenever we are planning to introduce a new pattern of timing, we need to take care of what are the stakeholders here, who are the stakeholders here, and how are we going to create a pattern which is acceptable to everyone. When we are able to make that kind of a decision making, it is possible for us to create an ethical environment. And at the same time, the professional standards also should be taken care of. For example, if you are going to, if you are planning to introduce a new syllabus, or if you are planning to introduce a new course, the new course need to have that level of professional standard that has been carried out in that particular institution so far. It has to meet that particular standard. And that particular meeting that particular standard needs an overall view of the course, the need, and the result oriented thinking. And all these things have to be taken care of. Also, having a fairness, empathy, and commitment. A fairness here stands as fairness. I believe that a need for a balanced environment, a balanced thinking, a balanced view. It is not an academia should not think that it is fair that the administration should do this. Not neither vice versa. Both the bodies need to have the fairness. Why and how and the need for this particular thing, and then empathy for the other one. This is most of the teachers are empathizers. We are very good in empathizing rather than sympathizing. We empathize and we feel that this is not something that can be done. This empathy is one of the tools in decision making, and then commitment to academic values. Commitment to academic values, what kind of an academic value we have, or what kind of an academic value I want to impart to the students. These have to be taken care of before making any decision making. So, certain core principles which are important for everyone in that particular institution. And I have listed 8. All these things have to be there in an educational institution. When it comes to the governance of institution, the institution has 2 types of governance which are mutual in nature. One is academy, another one is academia, another one is administrative. These two committees or these 2 forums are equally responsible for implementing the ethical values in an institute. The members of the committee need to follow the ethical values listed, or ethical values that are followed, ethical values which are good for the institution in order to make a better governance. And when it comes to decision making for the academia or for the administrative forum, they need to take care of the judicial thinking, care, and keeping a professional standard before making any decision. At the same time, ensuring that the decisions that are made have some kind of fairness, it has applied empathy, and it is more importantly towards an academic development. The decision I make today should result in an academic development rather than degrading it. Normally, we don't do. At the same time, there is every possibility of going down when we forget the ethical thinking that we should have. The same thing, these things can happen at every level of institute, every level of hierarchy of the institution. Even a teacher, whenever he is making a decision, whenever he is in a level to make a decision, he should make very clear, or the teacher should make it very clear, am I doing it for an academic commitment or it for a personal commitment? If you avoid the personal commitment and if you are looking only for the academic commitment, that is the ethical values will be held high. And then conflicts are part of our institutions. Our conflicts are part of institutions. Conflicts will occur between the 2 forums, because one working for academy, one working for administration. Administration have their own expectation. Academy has their own academy has their own expectation, and ultimately there will be conflicts. But how are we going to close the conflict, or how are we going to end the conflict, determines the level or the condition of an institution. Whenever there is a conflict of interest, the management as well as the academia should have a mechanism which will make a quick closure of the conflict. The conflict cannot be closed in an arbitrary way. The conflict cannot be closed without listening into the views of the stakeholders. So that should be a review, a mitigation of conflict. Whenever there is a conflict, the conflict has to be reviewed properly, and that should be a kind of a give and take policy between the people in the conflict. So for the benefit of the academic, and that whenever that conflict is there, whenever we are trying to solve the conflict, we need to take care of the academic thinking. The ethical principles we have. Whenever there's a conflict, the conflict has to be addressed from an academic background, administrative background, a student welfare background, social background, and taking care of everything into account. We need to sit together and review the entire conflict and then go for a mitigation. When you are going for mitigation of conflicts, whenever which is best, or that need not be a question of who is right and who is wrong, but rather what is better for the institute, what is better for the academia, what is better for the administration, and how can we resolve the conflict in such a way that none is a loser. None is a loser, and we are able to create an environment for everyone to raise their voice, to express their disinterest, to express their doubts. At the same time, we have a mechanism. We need to establish a mechanism where everything is addressed in a fair, judicial, and development-oriented thinking rather than other way around. And also, there are certain things that are there with individual as well as institutional interest. There comes a point of time in every education institution whether institution is important or the individual is important. There comes a very, 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 very tough situation. Most of the time, whenever we would like to resign, whenever the teachers are going off, or whenever the management changes, or whenever the students are, so the admission of students goes up or goes down, there comes a situation where we need to decide whether the institution is important or an individual is important. Both are important when we consider the ethicality of the situation. We are here as an institute. We need to uphold ourselves in such a way that none of us is deeply treated in an unjudicial way. Rather, we are treated in a judicial way. At the same time, we are taken care of. There is accountability, there is fairness in the decision arrived. And all these things have to be taken care of by both or by all. This is one of the ethical things. The teacher need not feel that he is left out, nor the students need not think that they are left out in the decision making, because they are also part of the institution. At the same time, the administrative field, they need not feel that only the academy is given important and not our administrative level. Whenever you are making a decision, the decision making should be in such a basis, that everybody is benefited and nobody is left out completely. We do accept that, or we need to understand that such a thing of a win-win situation for everyone is not possible. At the same time, a near win-win situation is what we need, and for which there must be a mechanism where everything is resolved in such a way that we make a bold we make some bold decisions based on certain mechanisms. The mechanisms can be anything like voicing, sitting across the table, or having a continuous communication through which we are able to establish what is needed, and through which we are able to make the others to understand that this is what is the need for the hour, and through a larger communicative level, we can create such an we can reduce the conflict, and at the same time, we can also make the institute grow in a higher way or grow in leaps and bounds. And then third part of the program is third part is academic integrity and research ethics. Academic integrity here stands for the integrity or the institute's responsibility in upholding the values of the students, the teachers, and other stakeholders. An academy should have that ability to understand what is the need of everyone. Second, as an academy, as an institute, whenever you're introducing something new, you need to follow certain ethics. We need to follow certain ethics. When I say when I titled it as academic integrity and research ethics, I concentrated more with the college level education rather than the school level education. At the school level, academic integrity is there. Academic integrity is part of the ethical value. At the same time, when it comes to research, most of at the school level, the teachers will be concentrating more on the school level education, and the higher level research is something happens at the higher level schools rather than at the elementary school level. So when we talk about the research ethics talks about what are the values we have when we are doing a research, and why should we need to have that research ethics. I believe yesterday the research person explained why we need to do an integrated research ethics, why there should be an AI platform for us, and how we are going to make use of that platform for our research or for the betterment of the society, for betterment of our research as well as the betterment of the institute. So the policies and the educational programs and enforcement should establish a honesty and ethical scholarship to prevent misconduct and promote reasonable research. So whatever the academia, whoever in the administrative level, whoever is there, or whoever is at the academic level, and whoever is at the administrative level, should make sure that they promote an research-oriented thinking among the students as well as the teachers. So most of the institutions may concentrate, or most of the teachers may concentrate more on their research. But at the same time, the research ethic here stands for the ethical thinking that should be implemented when it comes to a research. Normally, when the research is here, we are more inclined towards getting the limelight rather than getting it right. Most of the time. So when we are whenever there is a research, whenever the research is going on, the research should concentrate on reasonable research values, reasonable research ethical values that are part of a research. So plagiarism, yesterday our research person talked about plagiarism and the effect of the plagiarism on the field of research. And we also need to take care of the research whenever someone is into a research, we need to concentrate on how valuable this research is to the students, to the institute, and society in general. If he is able to concentrate on all these things, it is possible for an ethical research value. We need to impart into the minds of the students, in the minds of the teachers, as well as of the society. So whenever I'm doing a research, the research should have a value, should have an impact on the student, and as well as on the society. And whenever such such a research is being taken care of by a particular group of teachers, it is the part of the academia, administrative part. It is part of the administration to help them to go up to the research. At the same time, they should take care, as administrators, as institutional, as an institute, they need to take care of whether we follow the ethical standards of research, and whether we are able to create we are able to create a research forum where everybody is benefited and none is punished for being at the other level. I make it very clear, it is not non-funding. It is about a disadvantaged position for someone. If you are doing a research, the research should benefit everyone in every walk of society. It should not be beneficial for a few and non-beneficial for many, or beneficial for many and non-beneficial for a few. Whenever the research is there, this is the ethics that should be taken care of in a research. And this, when the ethical research is being done, the integrity of the institute goes up. For example, if you take any standalone, any institute that is doing research in India, whatever they do or whatever they promote, certain institutes are considered to be reputed. They are reputed because the ethical values they have towards research, towards the impact they create on the society is more important than anything else. For example, IIT Madras has its own startup, Anna University has its own startup. And they create a startup, and the startup is not for everyone with every idea. The startup has their own values. They have created a set of values to be followed for a startup. And that values are ethical values, or what we call the ethical values they create. These ethical values are more important for any institute to grow up. So if they feel, if the people at the administrative level feel that this particular research may harm the society, may harm a particular section of species or others, we need to take care of such an institute, such an research need not be followed, or such a research need not be ethically correct. We can work out how, as administrators, as academicians, we can work out a conducive platform wherein everybody reaches that win-win situation. The next one is the risk management and compliance. Risk management here stands for any kind of risk that we may face at any point of time. All is well as long as everything goes well. But what happens if there is a problem? And how are we going to manage that risk? And how are we going to mitigate that risk factor is what makes the ethical governance part of that marks the ethical governance. The risk may be because of finance, because of operational values, because of reputational, and because of technology. So the risk is financial, normal financial things that happens in any institute. Maybe fund crunch may be there. Maybe they are not able to create a fund for a particular program, or we will be in a position will not be in a position to sponsor certain programs that are more important or more valuable, which is considered to be hallmark for institute. Such a thing may happen. And then operational risk. At times, every institute comes under this operational risk because of lack of coordination between the stakeholders. And then reputational, when we don't follow the ethical values, when we don't have that, when we are not able to create an impact that we have been creating as an institute among the students, in the society, may be there. And then technological risk, when we are not able to cope up with the technological thinking, when technological development. And this risk management and compliance should have some kind of resilience as well as regulatory. We are not saying it is not possible for anyone to say that we will not run into the risk. We will not have any risk. There will be risk. There will be certain challenges whenever we are running an institute. But at the same time, We need to have that resilience as an institute. We should have that resilience, and we should have, more importantly, the regulatory thinking. Similar to decision making, similar to conflict avoidance, conflict management, one of the risk management is having a regulatory adherence. So if there is a risk, what is the next step that we are that an institute should take care of? And that step needs to be based on fairness, judiciality, academic commitment, involving every ethical value we have. And this risk management has to be taken care of by administration as well as by the academia. We cannot say that the financial risk is the part of administration and not of academia. No, this is unethical. And an academia cannot say technology is purely academic side and the administration is not part of it. No, as institute, as a governing bodies of an institution, both academia and administration are responsible for the risk management. And when the risk management and when we are having a regulatory authority or regulatory mechanism for it, the regulatory mechanism has to be created in such a way that we follow all the ethical standards and values the institution has established so far. And at the same, even when it comes to the reputational things, it is both academia and administration need to sit together and find a solution. Not to forget the students, not to forget the stakeholders of other parts, other branches of the institutions, right from the top to the bottom, and needs to have a value, needs to follow the ethical value to make it a better institute for the benefit of all rather than a benefit of a few. Sustainability and global standards. This is survival. At the same time, achieving or attaining a global standard that is that sets as a parameter. But a global standard need not be against our ethical values. Yes, the school, so the institute has to be on par with all the the international institutes. There is no denial about it. At the same time, we need not give up. When we give up the ethical value, ultimately everything becomes everything comes to a standstill. So whenever there is a sustainability comes, whenever whenever um, whenever we are trying to get into whenever we are trying to bring in a kind of challenges, and when there's a question of sustainability comes, we need to we need not give up the ethical values ethical values that we have been following. So we need to have an sustainability principle as well as an alignment with the international governing standards to ensure sustainability. So we have certain ethical values. Does it mean that that should be upheld against the ethical against the international standards? Whatever that is ethical, whatever that is good, whatever that is acceptable for us from the international community, if there are certain things which we can get from them, it is good. At the same time, without losing the core values. The sustainability principle, yes, it has to be taken care of, but not at the expense of us. Because we have created this institute from scratch based on some values. That particular institute sustains itself because of that particular value. The society around us has got an impact of us based on certain values that we have created. So simply because I want to grow, simply because we need to create an international atmosphere within the institute, we need not give up that ethical value, and we may give up an ethical value. Ultimately, the governance comes down. The last one is implementation of challenges. So how are we going to implement, or how are we going to implement the ethical values we have listed so far? That is one of the biggest challenges we face. Normally, There will be culture, resource, complexity, and change of management, which pose a threat to the implementation or the following up of ethical values. First of all, the cultural things. So, in any institute, the invasion of culture is part of life. Invasion of culture not in the larger scale, but at the macro level, at the micro level. Maybe certain changes are happening within the campus. Maybe some kind of a change is being there in the part of teaching environment or part of the administrative environment. That cultural things or the changes that happens in a cultural that happens at a practice practice system of practice system whenever there is there is an whenever there is a change of thinking that has to be resolved based on certain values we follow, rather than saying a complete no, rather than completely denouncing the things. We need to have a, a, a kind of a level playing field for everyone to have their say at the same time without giving up our own values. The cultural resistance need not resist everything. This is one of the challenges we have. The best way or the better way to solve this cultural invasion is to sit together or to make it a point to bring it to a point where everybody is able to accept or reject. That's a particular practice. When we are able to make sure that everybody is involved in that particular decision making, then everyone will feel that this is part of us, and the resistance won't be that much heavy or that much powerful. Second is a resource limitation. Resource limitation, whenever we fail, whenever most of the institutes, most of the teachers, most of the principals, HMs, everyone, whoever is part of the institute will feel that there are some points where we don't have the resource, either finance or human or technology. However, these things are posing a challenge. Resources can be anything. And how are we going to limit how are we going to limit the impact? It is not that we are going to be, it is possible for us to get rid of the challenge, but how are we going to minimize the impact? And that minimizing of impact has to be taken care of by everyone. To say it in to say it or to say it in a word, a running of an institution and an ethical ground need not be on the basis of one man or one group decision. Let that group, let the governance be governed by everyone based on certain shared ethical values. The shared ethical values work for the betterment of the institute, betterment of the students, betterment of the teacher, betterment of the administration, at the same time equally for the benefit of the society. And that will make the institute more responsible, more attractive than anything else. And then complexity and the change of management. All these things, whatever challenges we face or whatever challenges we face as institutes need to be taken, need to be addressed from the ethical standards rather than from any personal or individual response. Not from any personal or a group of people's interests. Let the governance be governed by a comprehensive administrative principle which starts from the top and runs to the bottom. Let that be an empathy which runs through the veins of everyone. Let that be a consideration for the other runs from the top to bottom. Let there be some openness from top to bottom or from bottom to top. Let there be some kind of an integrity among ourselves. So when we have when we follow this, when we are able to have that kind of sustainability, or when we are ready to maintain such selfless, accountable, openness, honest views of things, when we are ethical in our life, we are ethical in our behavior, and when we have all these qualities, the four ethical values, we may not be in a position to punish the next one, or to to make the next one in a disadvantageous position when we follow from top to bottom as institutes. The challenges we face, maybe the challenges I listed like cultural, resource, change of management, everything can be solved when when we have that way, when we have that ethical value going in the vein from top to bottom. And at the same time, these ethical governments are essential. Why we need to follow these ethical values? Because these ethical values are more essential for public trust, essentially, and for supporting academic freedom reasonably, and then fulfilling the societal mission. So why we need to have all these values? There are many challenges. There are many. There are the entire thing is going to the doldrum. Should we hold these values? Yes, such a value is necessary for a public trust, academic freedom, and fulfilling societal mission. Every institute has a mission. Every institute has may create a public trust, and every institute has an academy, has an academia that is doing some uh, unselfish work towards the society, to maintain all this, to maintain the challenge, to maintain that to maintain all these things. These ethical values are necessary, and this ethical governance is necessary for any governance, for any education institution to excel in their field. So to sum up, there are certain core ethical principles which need to be followed, and whenever you are making, when the core principle has to be there in any educational institution, and every education institution has two type of governing bodies, academia as well as administration, and these two bodies are the pillars of any society, pillars of any institution. And whenever there is a problem, whenever we are facing certain problem, whenever we are facing certain problem, we need to make a comprehensive mechanism through which we are able to address the things. And whenever the addition is being made, every decision has to be every ethical values has to be followed so as to make it something acceptable to everyone. And we need to follow some research ethics. And whenever there is whenever there is a risk, we need to have the risk management or risk analysis or an ambience or for regulatory ambience for the entire for the betterment of the institute. And we need to, at the same time, we need to have that we need to upgrade ourselves to the standards of the global standards, at the same time without leaving our social values. There are challenges acceptable. This is not a cakewalk. Having an ethical value and living in a society with the same or facing the challenges of the society with the same with an ethical value poses the most difficult challenge faced by anybody. But how are we going to overcome the challenge? How are we going to implement a kind of a viable living or viable growing together within the institute based on certain ethical values is what makes the institute to stand apart from the rest of the institutes. Every institute has their own values, and every institute grows because of the values. And we feel that certain we as teachers, as employees, or most of them run into certain institutes because they feel that there the treatment is good, there the development is better. And that is because they follow that there is an ethical value going on. There is some kind of a infrastructure is being given based on based on the ethical values they follow. And this ethical value promotes better governance at any part of life. And the challenges can be overcome when we are able to make a better governance based on certain core ethical values that we follow or that we believe should be there in any educational institute. Hello,
Sir, yes, sir.
ma'am. The house is open for question, ma'am. Hello. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir. Participants, if you have any queries, kindly you can unmute yourself and ask the queries. Or you can post the queries in the chat box. Yes, participants, do you have any queries? Kindly unmute yourself. Or post your queries in the chat box. Participants, please kindly ask your queries. I request the system admin, please kindly unmute.
Ma'am, everyone has been unmuted, ma'am. They can.
Okay. You can type your queries in the chat box.
Madam, you can give 10 minutes for queries and 10 minutes for feedback.
Okay, sir.
So then we'll conclude the meeting.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dhanasekaran sir has raised his hand. Please unmute yourself, sir. Dr. G. Dhanasekaran sir, you can ask your queries. System admin, please kindly check. They are unable to unmute.
Ma'am, it's unmuted, ma'am, because my ID is also in the participant list. So if it's unmuted, I can't also speak in this.
Dr. Dhanasegaran sir, please kindly check. You can able to unmute. Please unmute yourself and post and ask your queries. Or else you can type your queries in the chat box. Please type your queries in the chat box, sir. Sir, kindly type your queries in the chat box. Thank you, sir. I think nobody has any queries. The session was very informative.
Thank you, ma'am.
I request Prema ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Kindly confirm.
Shall I conclude, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So no queries, madam. There is no queries from the participant side.
No queries, sir. Nobody has raised any
Okay.
doubts.
That's good, actually. Okay. Then we'll go for next.
Thank
So thank you very much, sir. Dr. Swarnamutri sir, you are giving excellent and various information about the campus ethical values.
Thank you, sir.
I think
Thank you
it's
so much, sir.
essential to the, of course, both the administrative peoples as well as academicians. So I hope it is very useful to the participants in the session. Dr. Prema, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
please
I'll
take over the
conclude.
session.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, one and all. On behalf of TJS College of Arts and Science, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Swarnamutri sir, for sharing his valuable time and expertise with us today. Your session was not only insightful, but also highly engaged, sir. Thank you so much. The information you shared in the session, like core ethical principles, ethical decision making, academic integrity and research ethics, sustainability and global structure, implementation challenges are highly useful to us, sir. Also beautifully explained the differentiation of importance of an individual and an institution is very informative and really it inspired us a lot. And also recalls about the plagiarism and effect of plagiarism which was handled in the last session. Thank you for recalling, sir. And also the valuable points we have shared, like research should have value and ethical standard. It should be beneficial for everyone, not for the benefit of an individual. Ethical value is important for all the institutions for their improvement and development. Made us really inspirational talk to us. I'm sure everyone here is moving away with more information and inspiration, sir. We are truly grateful to you for your thoughtful preparation and energy you brought into this session, sir. Really, we are very happy to thank you on behalf of the college. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the administration for giving me an opportunity to be part of this 1 week FDP. And I'm happy that I feel that I've done something for informative. I've shared some kind of a beneficial information for everyone. Hope most of you might have benefited. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Hope to be together ever in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Really, we had a great time today and we are expecting the same in the future also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Good night, sir. Participants, please.
Participants, you are requested to fill the feedback form posted in the chat box. The feedback form has been posted into the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback form for this session. It's mandatory for all the participants to fill the feedback form. Kind note to the participants, it's mandatory for the participants to maintain 80% of the attendance to receive the Atal certificate. So it's mandatory for you to fill the feedback form at the end of each session, posted in the chat box. A special thanks to Swarnamuthu sir, who has given 2 sessions for this FTP program, actively engaged in transferring his knowledge to the participants. The feedback form is posted in the chat box. Please kindly note. The feedback form is pinned in the chat box. The participants are asked to stay connected. The next session will start in a few minutes. On this auspicious day, I truly appreciate all the participants who has dedicatedly joined this session. Even you are celebrating this festival with your family. A special appreciation to all the participants who have joined the session today. Dr. G. Dhanasekaran sir, we have pinned the feedback form in the chat box. Please kindly check it. I request the participants to stay connected till the next session starts. Atal free online 6 days faculty program, development program hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science. So we are in the day 3 session. The next session about to come is session 6 on the topic case studies resolving faculty-student ethical dilemmas. So participants, please stay connected till the resource person joins with us. So gentle reminders, participants, please kindly fill the feedback form, which is mandatory. Dr. Dhanasekaran, sir, it's posted in the chat box. Please kindly check, sir. It's posted once again for you. Please kindly check in the chat box, sir. I think Dr. Dhanasekaran, sir, is having some problem with network issues. Atal free online 6 days faculty development program hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science. We are in the day 3 session. Yes, sir. Sudhir Nain, sir. Yes, you have raised your hands. Please post a query, sir, in the chat box. Dr. Dhanasekaran, sir, you can share your mail ID. We'll share the feedback to your mail, sir. I welcome the resource person, Dr. Vijay Vishnu Kumar, sir, who has just now joined the session.
Welcome, madam. Is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Madam, shall we start our session?
Yes, sir. So shall we start, sir?
Uh,
Or shall we?
Starting is formal introduction, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We now move on to the session 6, which will focus on the topic case studies resolving faculty-student ethical dilemma. I welcome the resource person, Dr. Vijay Vishnu Kumar, sir. To formally introduce our resource person, now I invite Professor Saravanan, sir, Head, Department of Computer Applications. Over to you, sir. Saravanan, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good evening, all. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all. It is a great privilege to introduce our distinguished resource person for the 6th section of the Atal Online Faculty Development Program. Dr. C. Vijay Vishnu Kumar is a highly accomplished academic currently serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce at SRM University, Vadapalli. His expertise academic background is marked by PhD in Commerce from Manonmaniam Sundana University, along with multiple master degrees, including an MBA, MPhil, and MCom. With a remarkable career spanning over 2 decades, Dr. C. Vijay Vishnu Kumar's expertise lies in key areas such as corporate accounting, income tax law and practice, and research methodology. His research interests are centered on finance, marketing, and HRM. He is the celebrated author to books, Income Tax Law and Practice, and Financial Accounting. His contributions to research are well documented with numerous journal publications, including several in Scopus Index journals. He has presented papers at various national and international conferences. A recognized leader in his field, Dr. C. Vijay Vishnu Kumar is a member of the Indian Commerce Association, and he has served as a committee member for the Board of Studies in Commerce at Rathinam College of Arts and Science in 2017. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to our esteemed resource person, Dr. C. Vijay Vishnu Kumar. Sir, the session is yours.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, one all present here. Is audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay. Good evening, one all present here.
Sir, good evening.
First of all, I thank to the management of TGS College of Arts and Science, as well as Principal Dr. K. Lakshmipathy, sir. And also, I thank to the organizing the FDP program families for going on the good activity on between of the last 3 days. Okay. Okay. Then I want to share my some little bit knowledges to the other persons through case studies. Wait a minute. Sure. Okay, it is visible, ma'am? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Here, I will share my little bit knowledge through this case studies on resolving faculty students ethical dilemmas. First of all, you want to know about what is meant by ethical dilemma. That is, ethical dilemma is nothing but the person they want to face difficult choices between two or more options, but on the same time that is based on conflicting moral principles, values, and duties. But in the situation, they want to take any one decision on the basis of our options. It may be affect another point of view on the basis of another options. Okay. Then my topic is based on case studies based on ethical dilemmas between faculty and students include, that is, the faculty and students will include only on the basis of academic integrity. Academic integrity is nothing but that is issues based on cheating and plagiarism on the basis of doing some activities, as well as fairness and bias. Okay, that is the difference between the faculty and students. It will create more fairness as well as bias on the basis of our grading or treatment. Same like the faculty, they want to create some professional boundary on challenge of.
Excuse me, sir. Your slide is not,
not visible.
Hello. Yeah, your slide is visible, but it is tougher.
But is.
So your slide
It's
is
not on full screen, sir.
presentation.
The slide is not full screen, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. No, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. First of all, we want to know about what is ethical dilemmas between the faculty and the students. It's nothing but it includes based on academic integrity. The main basic concept of between the faculty and students is nothing but academic integrity. Academic integrity is nothing but there was the cheating or plagiarism between the students as well as faculty on the basis of gathering some information, as well as the difference that is the same activities between on the basis of fairness and bias. The fairness bias depend on the basis of grading or treatment of the faculty to the students. Then the faculty become having some professional boundary. That is, there were challenges on conflicts of interest or inappropriate relationship. The same like that, the person they want to student well-being and care when balance the educational demands with personal needs. This dilemmas require navigating principles like beneficence and non-maleficence, justice and respect to ensure a positive and productive learning environment for all. Okay. Now, first of all, we discuss the case study on academic integrity and misconduct. What are they means? That is, for example, on the case study, a student downloads an exam with answers due to faculty error. Okay. So I gave some examples. An undergraduate course required for graduation as an expectation for being extremely hard to pass, much harder than similar courses. When posting material to the class website, the teacher accidentally posts to test with answer indicated at the end. The teacher noticed the error immediately and deleted the test. But before she does so, a student downloads the test. The website does not allow the teacher to see whether the test was downloaded. And because she deleted the test with the answers so quickly, the teacher later uploaded the same test without answer and required students to take the test. Okay. Here, what are the problem faces by the faculty members means the faculty, they download the questions in the class websites, but at the same time, the students can download all the questions with answers. They want to write the same questions in the the regular test. The student code of ethics prohibits students from taking a test when there is a reason for them to believe that have confident information regarding the answer to test they are not supposed to have. Violation of student of ethics. Okay. Then, okay, what are the issues of integrity, ethics, and law posed in the case study? What are the integrities means? What are the options to the teacher and student have? What should they do and why? Okay, some of the issues raised in the ethics case study include that is nothing but why the reason, the first reason is nothing but the reason why the teacher reposts the same test. First of all, they want to consider the reason why the teacher reposted the same test. Then again, the questions of whether the extreme difficulty of course or teacher's actions or justify a student using the answer that were actually disclosed. The third point is nothing but the relationship between the ethical concerns and the student code of ethics. The fourth concept is based on the relationship between the students and the teachers, the student and fellow classmates, and the effect the submit students' action may have on other students. Okay, you are having 4 issues on the basis of this case study. One is nothing but the teachers, the faculty members, they want to repost the same test. The second question is nothing but whether the extreme difficulty of course or teachers' action justify the students using the answer that were accidentally disclosed. The third one is nothing but relationship between the ethical concern and the student code of ethics. The fourth one is nothing but the relationship between the student and the teacher, the student and the fellow classmates, and the effect the students' action may on other hand. Okay, this is the main issues on the basis of this study. What is the based on resolution of the studies is given? The students must immediately report the error to the professor to upload integrity. Then only it will create your integrity between on the basis of your classrooms. Okay, so students they must immediately report the error to the professor to upload integrity on the basis of these case studies. We want to apply another case study on the basis of plagiarized paper. That is, a professor suspect a student plagiarize a paper for a major assignment. Okay, for simple example for case study is nothing but Professor Meena received a research paper from one of her top performing students. While grading, she noticed that the writing style and vocabulary are far more advanced than the student's usual work. A quick online research reveals that several passages are identical to material from academic block. The professors ensure whether students deliberately plagiarize or simply did not understand how to cite source properly. This assignment carries significant weight in the final grade, and an academic misconduct record would affect the student's future opportunity. Okay, in this case study, the students, they want to gather all the information through only on the basis of websites. Okay, how they find out the students information is nothing but is based on vocabulary, writing style of more advanced than students' work. Okay, what are the ethical dilemmas on the basis of this case study is nothing but it should professor impose strict penalties to maintain fairness for other students. For example, failing grade report to academic committee. The another ethical dilemma means should she be lenient, considering it might be due to ignorance rather than the intentional cheating. The third one is nothing but the proposer only suspects plagiarism and has partial evidence. Should she confront the student first or directly escalate to the disciplinary committee? So here in this case study, you are having three options. That is, it's nothing but they want to impose strict penalties. The second one is nothing but that is the person is maybe lenient, the list should be lenient because the due to ignorance can rather than intending cheating. The third one is nothing but the person based only on the professor having only plagiarism as a partial evidence. Okay, so they want to confront the student first or directly escape to the disciplinary committee. Then what are the solution approaches on the basis of this case study means, first of all, you want to meet with the student privately to ask about their research process. Okay, first of all, you want to meet the students privately. The second one is nothing but repeated deliberate offense, follow institutional policy. That is failed assignment or report to the academic integrity office. The third one is nothing but the professor follows institutional policy, gathering evidence and meeting with the students for fair process. Okay, in this case study, we want to consider on the basis of institutional policy, gathering evidence and meeting with the student for a fair process. This is a second case study on the basis of that is based on academic integrity and misconduct. Then the next one is nothing but boundary violations and personal relationship. What is boundary violations and personal relationship means? The faculty members, they want to maintain some boundary with the students on the basis of personal relationship also. Okay. For example, on the basis of this case study, Professor Kavita noticed that one of her students, Ravi, often lingers after class to seek personal advice beyond academics. Over time, Ravi begins sending late night WhatsApp message, sharing personal problems, and even invite professors to a family event. Professor Kavita wants to be supportive, but she worries that this relationship may blur professional boundaries. Other students have begun noticing the closeness and whisper about the favoritism. Okay, in this case study, that is the professor, they want to having relationship with the students very closely on the basis of family private manner. So it will be create some favoritism to the students. Okay, so what are the ethical dilemmas on the basis of this case study? It's the professor continue offering personal support, risking blurred boundaries. Okay, they want to offering some personal support. Is it fair to other students if Ravi receive more attention and informal guidance? Okay, so second is nothing but is fair to the other students. That is, Ravi receive more attention and informal guidance by the professor. How can the professor show empathy without creating perception of bias? The fourth one is nothing but should the professor keep Ravi's personal issues private? They want to maintain the information of Ravi is personally, but they want to not relevant to others. Okay, these are the number of options on the basis of this case study. What are the solutions we are approaches on the basis possible? Is nothing but they want to maintain professional communication only through official channels during the office hours. Okay, the professor, they want to maintain professional communication only through official channels. It's nothing but doing the office hours by way of email or any other activities. Okay, then second option is nothing but this. What other issues means? Gently redirect Ravi to university counseling or mentorship program. Okay, they want to direct Ravi to the university counseling as well as mentorship. Every college you are having counseling board as well as a mentor as a professor. Then they want to avoid attending personal events, accepting invitation from students. That is, they want to avoid all the personal events of the students. Clearly communicate academic boundaries to the entire class to prevent perception of favoritism. Okay, they want to clearly communicate academic boundaries to the entire class to prevent perception of favoritism. These are the resolution on the basis of boundaries on the basis of personal relationship. Okay, then another talk based on basis of confidentially and privacy. Okay, what is my confidential privacy? They want to consider on the basis of confidence as well as they want to maintain the privacy. Okay, during the case study of patient disclosure, student illness. Okay, during a clinical training session, Anjali, a nursing student, accidentally learned from a medical records that her classmate Ramesh has been diagnosed with a chronic illness. The information is not publicly known, and Ramesh continues to attend classes and clinical posting without any visible issues. Anjali flees tone. On one hand, confidentially rules in healthcare require her to keep this information private. On the other hand, she wonders if Ramesh's illness might affect his performance in training patients safely or his academic progression. Okay, in this case, clearly mentioned that is the Ramesh will be affected by the chronic illness. So the friend, the Anjali, they want to maintain the secret as well as they want to save the person as well as save the patients. Okay, what are the ethical dilemmas means? Should Anjali keep the medical information private or disclose it to faculty who oversee student welfare? This is the first case. The second option is nothing but it is ethical to treat a peer as a patient whose right must be protected even though they are classmates. The third one, would withholding information affect patient's care or Ramesh safely later? Okay, the third is nothing but a main concept is based on this case study. Could withholding information affect patient care or Ramesh safely later? What are the solutions on the basis of your possible approaches? Means, first of all, the Anjali respect patient confidently as per the clinical ethics. Do not disclose without consent of Ravi. Okay, that is the first resolution on the basis of this case study. Approach Ramesh privately and encourage him to voluntarily share his situation with the faculty if necessary. Okay, they want to approach the Ramesh privately. Okay, then only discuss all the activities. Then want to share his situation to the faculty if necessary. If there is any clear risk to patients safely or Ramesh own well-being, escalate confidentially through institution channels by way of supervisor or students welfare office rather than the board disclosure. These are the solutions on the basis of this category, this case study. The another case study is based on research data, that is academic integrity. Under the research data, Dr. Shah, a professor, is conducting a study on dietary habits and health outcomes in local communities. Preliminary findings suggest only a weak correlation, but it shares the early result with another faculty members, Dr. Raj, who is a strong advocate of strict dietary policies. Dr. Raj begins citing these preliminary results in departmental discussions, interpreting them as a strong evidence supporting his views, even though the full data does not support such a claim. Here, the Dr. Shah became a dietary habits and health outcomes in local communities. On the basis of research, they find out preliminary findings such only on the weak correlation. But at the same time, they want to intimate to the colleagues, Dr. Raj, on the basis of these preliminary findings, that the Dr. Raj, that they want to interpreting them a strong evidence supporting his views, even though the full data does not support. Okay? Because the information only based up to the peer review, not on basis of citations. Okay. Then, what are the ethical dilemmas on the basis of this case study means? Should Dr. Shah allow colleagues to interpret the data freely or intervene to prevent misuse? Then, is it ethical to share incomplete research that could be misinterpreted or weaponized? Then, how much can preliminary findings be shared before peer review or validation? These are the three options on the basis of this case study. What are the possible resolution approaches on the basis of this case study? Means Dr. Shaw should clarify the preliminary nature of the findings and explicitly communicate limitations. Establish ground rules before sharing sensitive data, that is not for citation, until peer review. If misinterpretation continues, correct the record publicly to protect academic integrity. Then encourage responsible academic dialogue where evidence is discussed with the transparency, not bias. Okay, these are the solutions on the basis of case study, on the basis of between the Dr. Shaw and Dr. Raj, on the basis of having some preliminary findings on the basis of weak correlations on the community levels. Then another case study on the basis of colleges. Now, you are a principal of a college which has a long history of student politics. However, due to your personal belief, you are not in favor of conducting student election and thus have kept the process of early student elections pending without any official announcement. While you are mulling over the decision of not conducting elections, you get representation from small professors as well as students who criticize the activities of students' union as obstructive to the academic environment of the college. Sometime later, student leader also come to talk you regarding conduct of elections, and you tell them about the representation received by you against allowing students election. You further tell them that okay, you further tell them that you are contemplating suspending all activities related to students' politics in the campus. On hearing this, students' leader become aggressive and start sloganeering and destroying college property. This is the case on the basis of students' election in the colleges. Okay, that is nothing but the person the you are not favoring conducting a student election. The process of early student election pending without any official announcement. The mulling over the decision of not conducting elections. You get representation from some professors as well as students who criticize the activities of students' union as obstructive to the academic environment of the college. Sometimes the students' leader also come to talk you regarding conduct of elections. You tell them about the representation received by you against allowing student elections. You further tell them that you are contemplating suspending all activities related to the student politics in the campus. On hearing this, students' leaders become aggressive and start sloganeering and destroy the college property. These are the case study. Okay. In this context, answer the following questions on the basis of what are the issues involved in the case above. How can you separate the personal ethics from professional ethics? How would you deal with this situation? These are the three questions on the basis of case study. One is based on what are the issues. Second, how you handle separate personal ethics as well as professional ethics. Then, how would you deal with this situation? First of all, this case pertains to the issue of whether student politics should be allowed in the colleges. What are they means? One view. The student politics necessary for raising issues of students before the colleges and also making a future citizen of the country, aware and interested about the political system of the country. While contrary views see students' politics as only a platform for the politicization of the education institute, which interferes with the academic function of colleges. Okay, in this case, what are the issue of whether student, that is the main platform for the student want to raise the issues of the student, raise of the making some on some issues on the basis of the between the students in the college and making future citizens of the country. Okay, then what are the issues involved in the case of for following is nothing but, first of all, that is students politics is based. What are the purpose of students politics is nothing but is based on they want to one of the part of your college administration and raises the issue of and grievances. So they want, because they want to, the students may want to participate in the elections. As well as the second part is nothing but the students understood the principles of democracy and the political system of the country, because they want to know about the national leaders before independence and after independence, evolved from the social politics on the basis of political awareness. The third one is nothing but the students' election in the college have not happened for more years. The fourth case is nothing but is based on, that is, some professors, including the principal and students, believe that students' politics hamper academic activities of the college and thus want to ban on student politics is the personal belief. As well as professional ethics is nothing but the law in the Indian law, they want to create, allow the students become a politics in the on the basis of your college itself. The next is the word, they want to know the students leader who came to meet the principal, hinder the instruction of the college properly, which goes against principles of debate and peaceful protects on the basis of destruction of public property. Okay, these are the issues involved in the case of the following. First of all, student participation in the election. The second one is they want to know about the political awareness on the basis of college itself. They want to know about the history on the basis of that is leaders. Then they want in this case there is no election. There is no election conducted for more years. Then there is one know about the personal belief as well as professional ethics. Okay, personal belief is nothing but there's each and every faculty member, they want to avoid to conduct the election as per the rule. But professional ethics is nothing but as per the Indian law, the person they want to conduct college, they want to conduct the election for the students to know the political background on the basis of the activities. Okay, then in my personal belief, the students' politics is not good. This personal belief of mine is a contravention to my professional ethics, which requires me to act as per the long tradition of college and conduct student elections, provided they are indeed working for the benefit of the students. In this situation, I can take following measures to separate my personal belief from interfering in my official role. What are they means? First of all, the awareness about the personal belief against student policy will help me approach the issue from more neutral perspective on basis of emotional intelligence. The second one is that I need to base my decision on sound logic and objectivity without any value judgment on the basis of objective and rationality. The third one is nothing but the consulting with other people, including students, will help me weed out any personal bias that may creep into the decision-making process on the basis of wider consultations. The next one, I can appoint a committee to look into the whole issue and they take decision based on the report of the committee on the basis of committee members. Then fourth one, I can openly declare my personal views and the reasons behind those views on the basis of getting and openness on the feedback. Then the last one is nothing but I want to strictly follow the rules and regulation of the college regarding conduct of student politics and penalizing on the basis of any provisions of the rules. Then, as the principal of the college, in this case study, as the principal of college, I have the responsibility of conducting the affairs of the college in a lawful and just manner and take effective steps to ensure that academic activities are not hampered by extraneous factors. Therefore, I will take following steps in order to balance the need of student politics, maintaining an effective academic environment in campuses. Firstly, I will call law enforcement agency on the campus and ensure that no further damage to the college property is done. Further, I will take strict legal actions against students involved in this incident. Okay, as a principal, that is on the basis of I want to consider on the principal. That is, firstly, I want to call law enforcement agency on the campus for the any now no further damage to the college property is done. But at the same time, there is any damages by the student mean, we'll take legal actions on the basis of the students. I will take steps and discuss about the ensure that my personal belief does not interfere with my professional duties as a principal of the college. I will call for the person who had submitted representation against the student politics to substantiate the points through evidence and detailed instance of banning student politics due to the harmful activities. Okay. Here, third point is one of the main part, because some other person they are against the student politics. So, what are the reasons of against the elections? They want to provide some evidence as well as banning student due to the harmful activities. I will call various students' union in the college to discuss the utility of student politics and assess their own activities in this record. Lastly, I will appoint a committee to study the matter in detail and also the rule of the college in this record. These are the case study on the basis of conducting an election in your colleges. We have some personal beliefs as well as the professional ethics, but at the same time, we are having some personal issues on the basis of your conducting the same election. So, then the next one is based on power imbalances and exploitation. Okay, under the power imbalance and exploitation is nothing but coercion. The first case is nothing but coercion in research participation. What are they means? That is, you want to some example on the basis of case study. The Professor Rao pressure his graduate student Priya to contribute long hours to his personal research project. He hints that if she helps him complete the project, he will write her an excellent recommendation letter for the British Fellowship on the basis of research. Priya feels trapped. She needs the recommendation, but knows the work is not part of her academic requirements. Okay. Under this case study, that is the professor, they want to use the scholar Priya for the purpose of your personal research project. Okay. Okay. They give some hints on the basis of they provide some excellent recommendation at the time of your research areas, but at the same time, the work is not part of the academic requirement of the scholar period. It is the case study on the basis of coercion in research participation. What are the ethical dilemmas means? Is the professor exploiting authority for personal gain is one of the case. The second, can Priya truly refuse when her academic future is at stake? These are two options. But what are the possible solutions on the basis of approaches on the basis of this case study? Establish clear institution policy, that is separating faculty research from student obligation. Okay, you want to create some or establish clear institutional policies, that is separating faculty research from student obligation. Then the second option is they want to provide safe reporting channels for students under pressure. That is nothing but a ethics committee or ombudsperson. The third one is nothing but they want to encourage faculty to support students' growth without attaching conditions or favors. These are the possible solutions on the basis of your case study of that is on the basis of power imbalance and exploitation. The next one is nothing but case study number 2 is nothing but unclear expectations in student work. What are they means? Dr. Meena assigned a project to a student, Arjun, with a very vague guidelines. Arjun later suspect that Dr. Meena intend to use his innovative ideas and findings for a future journal article without giving him proper credit. Okay, here that is Dr. Meena assigned a project to a student, Arjun. That is, he never clearly explained about the project on the basis of guidelines. Okay, that is a very vague guidelines. Arjun later suspects that Meena intend to use his innovative ideas and findings for the future journal articles without giving him proper credit. What are the ethical dilemmas means? Should Arjun question his professor intentions? There is no chance to ask any questions for his professor on the basis of this case study. But at the same time, they want to ask some questions his professor on intentions. How much clarity must a professor provide about use of student generated work? These are the two dilemmas, ethical dilemmas on the basis of this case study. What are the possible resolutions we are having of this case study means? Faculty should clarify authorship and intellectual property rights at the start of project. Cleverly, they want to mention, clarify all the intimation, all the activities on the base of authorship as well as that is intellectual property rights at the start of the project. Institutions should have policies to protect student contribution in research. Okay, the institution, they want to have policies. They want to create a policies to protect student contribution in research. The third one is something about the students should be encouraged to seek clarification in writing to avoid misunderstanding on the basis of your that is a professor as well as student. Okay, these are the possible resolution on the basis of this case study. Then this is one of the familiar on the basis of a case study is the nepotism and the preferential treatment. Okay, the Ravi is a student. Mr. Ravi is a student. Notice that a classmate whose parent is a major donor to the university seems to receive lenient grading and extra academic opportunities. Ravi feels demotivated, believing the system is unfair. Okay, there's a nepotism. Okay, that is the nepotism as well as a preferential treatment, because the person that is the student parents become a major donor to the university. Okay, so every person they want to give some extra benefits to the that person that is Ravi. Okay, that is and that person of persons. Okay, what are the ethical dilemmas on the basis of this nepotism preferential treatment is nothing but should students with powerful connection be evaluated differently? Can faculty resist donor influence when the institution benefit financially? Okay, these are two dilemmas on the basis of this case study. That is, should student with powerful connection be evaluated differently? But at the same time, the another option is nothing but can faculty resist donor influence when the institution benefit financially? Okay, what are the possible resolution on the basis of this case study is nothing but implement blind grading system to reduce bias. Okay, this is the 90%. There is no chance on the basis of this case study of this solution. There's implement blind grading system to reduce bias. But at the same time, you want to, this is one other suggestion on the basis of your resolution. Then the second one is the establish safeguards so institutional funding does not affect academic fairness. Okay, that is, you want to establish safeguards to institutional funding does not affect academic fairness. The third one is nothing but faculty should model integrity by maintaining consistent academic standard. These are the solution on the basis of approaches on the basis of this case. The next one is nothing but mentorship without boundaries. Okay. The Professor Anita develops a very close mentoring relationship with the student Shamir. She spends long hours guiding him, shares personal life stories, and even invites him to family gatherings. Shamir begins to feel obligated to agree with her academic opinions and find it difficult to remain objective in the research. Okay, is just similar to the academic integrity. Okay, in academic integrity, they want to get having some personal relationship. They want to take same interest on personal with the between the professor as well as student. But here, the professor became a mentor. Okay, the mentor with they want to give some instruction, ideas, and other activities to the students. So they want to involve all the gathering information from the student. The person they want to invite him families gatherings. That is, so it will create some difficult to remain objective in his research. Okay, what are the ethical dilemmas on the base of this research means? Where should mentorship end and professionalism begin? Can Shamir academic independence survive this closeness? These are the two ethical dilemmas on the basis of this case study. Then what are the possible solution approaches? Is nothing but faculty should maintain professional limit in mentorship. Okay, they want to maintain professional limit between the professor as well as the student. The second resolution is nothing but they want to encourage co-mentorship or additional faculty involvement to the balanced perspectives. Okay, then only you want to clearly handle the student. You want to maintain the non-bias on the basis of any active activities on the basis of your professional basis. Then they want to provide training for the faculty on ethical mentoring practices. These are the three resolution approaches on the base of this case study to providing some mentoring without boundaries. Then next one, honesty and accountability in student plagiarism. What is mean honesty and accountability in student plagiarism? It's just similar on the base of your plagiarism. That is, honesty means they want to accept what they do on the base of the activities by the student. Okay, it's another example on the base of case study. Rohit, a second-year university student, submits an essay for his literature course. While reviewing the paper, Professor Nair noticed the large portions of the work or paraphrased from a well-known published article, but no citations or references are provided. Okay, here Rohit became a second-year university student, submit an essay for his literature courses. While reviewing the paper, Professor Nair noticed that large proportions of the work are paraphrased from well-known published article, but no citations or references are provided. When questioned, Rohit insists he did not intend to plagiarize. He thought changing some words was enough to make the work his own. He also argued that he was under pressure to meet deadlines and was not fully aware of the proper referencing techniques. Okay, what are the difference on the way of academic integrity on the basis of plagiarism and honesty and accountability in student plagiarism? Means in academic integrity, plagiarism is nothing but they want to cheating the teaching the faculty on the basis of download the information on the basis of AI or through chat GPT. But in this case, the person clearly explain they accept. Okay, they accept they think they want to change some words is enough to work on the basis of your report. So he also argue was under the pressure to meet deadlines, was not fully aware of proper referencing techniques. The essay is worth 30% of the course grade, and institutional policy states plagiarism can lead to a failing grade or even disciplinary action. What are the reasons? Is here they want to worth 30% of the course grade, and institutional policy state that plagiarism can lead a failing grade or even disciplinary action. Then, what are the ethical dilemmas on the basis of this case study? Means, should the professor treat this as a case of academic dishonesty and penalize Rohit? Then, the second category is nothing but, should he consider is a teachable movement since Rohit may lack proper training in citation? Is it third one is nothing but, is it fair to other students who followed rules if Rohit is treated leniently? The fourth one is nothing but, should the focus be on immediate punishment or on teaching Rohit how to properly attribute sources in the future? These are the ethical four opportunities on the basis of ethical dilemmas. It's nothing but, first of all, they want to academic dishonesty. Then they want to next is lack of proper training in citation. You want to teach some moment on the basis of your plagiarism. Third one is nothing but they want to follow the rules on the basis of treating leniency. The fourth one is nothing but that is the focus beyond immediate punishment or teaching Rohit how to properly attribute sources in the future. Then what are the possible resolutions approaches on the basis of this case study? Means that is meet with Rohit, explain the seriousness of plagiarism and confirm whether this was intentional or due to misunderstanding. Okay. But then second resolution is nothing but if it is a first offense, direct marks but allow resubmission with proper citations, require Rohit to attend an academic integrity workshop. The third one is nothing but apply institutional penalties such as failing the assignment or reporting to the academic misconduct board. The next one is nothing but faculty can emphasize citation rules early in the course provide examples, and use plagiarism detection tools and transparency. Another category is nothing but we want to conduct a workshop on the basis of how to that is how to create some new things on the base, new ideas and innovations on the base of conducting the ideas, a workshop to the students on the base of research work. Then next one is nothing but as per the ethical dilemmas, we are having a present as well as forecast in the future. What are they means? Present. Everyone knows about the present ethical dilemmas. Is nothing but that is the based on faculty face dilemmas when students cheat or plagiarize, requiring them to balance their duty to upload academic standards with the potentially showing tendency to a struggle student as well as on the basis of academic integrity. That is the person they want to download or they want to create some information on the basis of by way of that is AI or any other chat box. Okay, that is the chat GPT. Then another is nothing but using student ratings in faculty employment decision can be unethical if not handled fairly, as it can be lead to be biased outcomes that harm both faculty and students on the basis of fairness in assessment. The next one, the teachers must balance their obligation to keep student information private with the need to act on information that could indicate a student is at risk on basis of confidentiality and privacy. The next one, faculty must avoid favoritism, ensuring that all students are treated as just regardless of their background or personal characteristics on the basis of preferential treatment. These are the present ethical dilemmas. On the basis of forecasting on the basis of future ethical dilemmas is nothing but based on the increasing use of AI in education present, new ethical challenges such as ensuring fairness in AI powered grading, protecting student data privacy, and preventing algorithm bias in personalized learning system on the basis of AI and technology. It's nothing but they want to in future most of the students depend on the base of AI education presence. Okay. The second one is nothing but with diverse students populations, futures dilemmas, while likely involve conflicts between supporting individual students' needs and maintain a fair environment for the entire student community on the basis of balancing individual and community needs. The third one is nothing but that is based on a rapid spread of information and digital communication. Tools may shift the power dynamic between faculty and students, creating new forms of conflict and requiring clearer ethical guidelines for digital interactions. Is based on shifting power dynamics. The next one is nothing but decision made today regarding the integration of technology or changes to assessment methods will have long-term consequences, requiring foresight to ensure they are just equitable on long-term impact of policies. The next one is nothing but is based on following established codes of conduct for educated ensures a commitment to principles like honesty, fairness, and due care on the basis of adhere to professional codes of ethics. The last one is nothing but is based on institutions should have clear policies and a framework that outline ethical expectations for both faculty and students, especially in new areas like AI integration on the basis of develop clear ethical framework. These are the future ethical framework on the basis of forecasting on ethical dilemmas. The next one. Okay. In this case study, first of all, you conduct on the basis of academic integrity and misconduct. It's nothing but what are the cases means. That is, first of all, the person they want to download the question papers with answers. the teachers conduct the same question, repost the question in the same website to students to write the examination. This is one of the case study. The second one is nothing but that is a plagiarism of paper. The person they want to that is download all these things on the base from the websites, writing alternate vocabulary or far more advanced than students' usual work. So the person they want to know, the faculty members, they want to know the clearly on the basis of what are the level of the student. That they easily identify the persons. It will be created by the new thing, or it will be plagiarized from any other places. Then boundary violations and personal issue. The person they want to give some personal advice with the students, the sharing the personal problems by the students to with the faculty members. So it will create some unbiased bias between the students in your areas, college areas. The next one, you want to maintain confidence and confidentially and privacy. That is, the Anjali is a nursing student. They want to maintain the Ramesh is a one of the chronic illness person. They want to maintain the secretly on the base of disease, as well as then next one is nothing but the research data. That is Dr. Shah. They want to that is conducting a study on the dietary habits and health outcomes in local communities. The preliminary findings suggest only a weak correlation, but share with the colleagues, Dr. Raj. But the person Dr. Raj begins citing these preliminary results in departmental discussion, interpreting them as a strong evidence. But at the same time, even though the full data does not support such a claim on the basis of these categories of this question, then in a college, the students they want to conduct a student election. Okay, what are the issues based on student election? What are the personal bias? What are the personal ethics and the personal belief and the professional ethics? And then what are the based on some issues on the base of student participation on the student selection? Then political awareness create between the student. Then pending students election for more years on this case study. We know clearly mentioned on the basis of personal belief as well as professional ethics. Then that is destruction of the public property. Then in my personal belief, we want to know about the emotional intelligence on the students. Then you want to create an objective and rationality. Then wider consultation between the student, appointing a committee for purpose of conducting the election, and openness and getting feedback. Okay, and at the time of feedback, I will distribute some information on the basis of the time of view. What are the views on the basis of election? Then we want to follow the rules of the college and regulation on the basis of conducting the election. Then, as per the principle of college, that is nothing but I will call law enforcement agency on the campus for the purpose of damaging college property is done. Okay, I take some legal actions. Those who are against to damage the product in your colleges, I will take action on the basis of with the help of some law enforcement agencies. I will take steps and discuss about to ensure my personal belief does not interfere in the professional duties. Then the person who had submitted proposition against student politics, that is some of the students they are against the student politics, so they want to provide some evidence and detailed instance on the best activities. At the same time, we call students union in the college to discuss the utility of student politics. Then I will appoint a committee to study the matter in detail on all rules of the college in this regard. Then power imbalance and exploitation. In this case study, we clearly discuss on the basis of coercion in research participation. Okay, that is nothing but the Professor Rao, they want to they want to use the scholar per year for his personal research project. Okay, and they give some promise to provide some excellent recommendation at the time of research work. Okay, so but at the same time, the work is not related to the academic requirements of the scholar per year. Then next one is nothing but unclear expectation student work. Dr. Meena assigning a project to a student is nothing but he never clearly explained what are the guidelines on the basis of your project, but same time Dr. Meena intends to use the innovative ideas and findings. The Arjun's suspects mean the Dr. Meena intend to use his innovative ideas and findings for future journal articles without giving improper grade. This is another unclear expectation in the student work. So you want to provide some clear clarification, authorship, and intellectual property rights at the start of the project to the students. Then next is nepotism and preferential treatment. That is nepotism. That is something but that is in your college. The one of the students' parent become a major donor to the university on the basis of any other funds or any other activities. So it will demotivate the other students. Okay. So you want to avoid the nepotism and the preference treatment for this type of people. Then only it will be that is a model. Then only the faculty should model integrity by maintaining consistent academic standards. Then another one is a mentorship without boundaries. It's nothing but Professor Anita develop a very close mentorship with a student, but at the same time, that is they want to gathering information of personal life story of student. So it will be create some difficulties on maintaining the professional ethics. So they want to maintain some boundaries of giving some mentorship to the students. What are the resolution we provide means? First of all, the main resolution is about you want to encourage co-mentorship or additional faculty involvement to the balance perspective. It will create they want to dispose the issues on the basis of some personal relationship. Then honesty and accountability students plagiarism is nothing but that is the student they accept what did in the plagiarism. Then they think they want to change. They think changing some words is enough to make the work because they have some pressure on the deadlines of submission. Okay, so they are aware of referring techniques. They want to think. They want in mind. They want to submit only the project on the same date. So for the resolution, you want to explain. You want to explain clearly what are the series of plagiarism. Okay, confirm whether it's intentional due to misunderstanding. Okay, the other option is to become direct marks. Then apply institutional penalties. These are the resolutions, but we want to provide some workshop on the basis of research to Rohit on the base of getting some avoiding the plagiarism. The next one is the comparison between present and future. The present ethical dilemma is based on academic integrity, that is based on cheating and plagiarism. Fairness in assessment. They want to maintain the fairness between the faculty as well as students. The students they want to give some feedback on the basis of faculty. It will be bias means it will affect the career of the faculty members. Then third one is the confidentiality and privacy. The faculty they want to maintain some information of the student because confidentially, and they want to maintain privacy of the information of personal bias, personal activities. Then preferential treatment. They want to avoid some preferential treatment on the basis of some students. Okay, they want to create some all the things given was only on the basis of activities on the providing that is avoid favoritism and ensuring that all students and treated just regardless of the background and the personal characteristics. Okay, these are the personal ethical dilemmas. What are the future means? In future, the everything is based only on the basis of AI and technology. Okay, the AI and technology means is nothing but it will create all the things on the basis of ideas. It will increase the education presents new ethical challenges. Then they want to balance individual and community needs. Then shifting power dynamics. Then long-term impact of policies. They adhere to professional codes of ethics. They want to maintain the professional code of ethics. Okay, the professional code of ethics as well as students' code of ethics. Then develop clear ethical framework. Then, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dear participants, if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and ask your queries. I request the system admin to unmute all. Dear participants.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
This is Dr. G. Dhanasekaran, Principal Meenakshi Ammal Arts and Science College.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Sir, your presentation was very wonderful, sir. And then all the cases are very, very interesting. Discussing for all the cases and all. But nowadays, our students having their attitude and mindset was different, entirely different. How we able to implement all these things and all in, for example, you gave the principal and then students relationships and all. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How will you implement all these things and all? Nowadays, the students' mindset was entirely different. Their hairstyle and then their dress code and then everything. At the same time, you are in research sites, the plagiarism. There's a plagiarism as a university, and then you see the MPhil and then PhD thesis. They allowed only 30% and all. But nowadays, the PG students all are copying and then pasting and then collected as a commercial. It is nowadays it present as a business at all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the solutions for these things?
Okay. Okay. What is the reason for present situation means nowadays the person having a single child baby, sir. That's the main issues. Okay. They didn't know about what are the difference between stress and headache. In previous part, in your situations, the headache is different from stress. But nowadays, the students they won't do any simple activities. Means they think it's totally based on stress. Okay, so that is the main issues. The person they want to tackle only on the basis of that is on the basis of students convenient.
I agree with you, sir, Professor.
Yes,
but at the same time, nowadays our professors also having on-the-job stress and off-the-job stress. They doesn't know about how to handle the students' attitude and mindset. What do you think about this, Professor?
Okay, sir. Okay. That is today. There's no chance to satisfy the students, sir. That is the main issues. Okay, everyone, that is they gather information. The students gather information by in lot by way of that is AI, then Chat GPT, then YouTube, then in circles in environment. They well known about everything rather than faculty members. So,
yes, thank you, Professor. Thank you.
You want to just give guidance to the students. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr.
Hello.
Chandrasekaran, sir.
Hello, sir. This is Gitolekha from West Bengal.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have a question that nowadays all the students are believing ChatGPT, what you are saying just now, and other AI-based softwares. Don't believe in the knowledge of the teachers. And how can we remove this?
This is advanced technology, madam. There is no chance to remove the ChatGPT as well as AI from the student. Because they want to know everything. They want to, you're asking any questions means the students, they even ready to take suddenly ChatGPT or knowing the result of by way of AI. We want to handle, we want to guide the student only what is right, what is wrong.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
There's no chance to avoid AI or ChatGPT from the student.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Any other queries?
Participants, you have any other queries? You can unmute yourself and ask your queries. Or you can post the queries in the chat box. Yes, participants, if you have any queries, please kindly ask your queries.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I thank the resource person.
It's a good session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very good session, sir. I think almost more than 95. Even though it is a holiday, most of the participants celebrating the Vinayak Chaturthi. Apart
Yes,
from these
students are.
festivals, a lot of response. We received a lot of respondents, and also we received a good questions from the participant side. So it shows we have a good resource person. The topic is very nice. Also, the participants have raised their questions and queries. Healthy discussions. So really, thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Today's auspicious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir?
Thank you. It's an auspicious.
Sir, Reshmi Niranjan has posted a question in the chat box. Shall I read, sir? What ethical responsibilities should a teacher uphold to maintain integrity and respect while conducting both online and offline classes?
That is the faculty, they want to maintain the examination through only offline or online, means they want to clearly mention, they want to clearly give information to the students through online by way of some official websites. Then only it create informations.
Okay, sir. Reshmi,
okay?
Reshmi Niranjan, I think your doubt has been clarified. Okay, sir.
Okay.
I thank the resource person, Dr. Vijay Vishwakumar, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
For the valuable insights on how a professional should approach the student in sensitive situation. His clear perspective on addressing critical areas such as academic integrity and misconduct, boundary violation and personal relationship, confidentiality and privacy, power imbalance, honesty and accountability, with case studies and also with possible resolution approaches. The real-world examples and case-based situation discussions you shared have given us a deeper understanding of how ethical challenges can be addressed thoughtfully and effectively with academic institutions. We truly appreciate the time and the expertise and the valuable insight you have contributed to enrich this program with your valuable insights. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Kindly share the feedback form to the participants.
Yes, sir. The feedback form has been posted into the chat box. Participants, please kindly fill the feedback form for the session 6.
Ask our coordinator want to say anything. Coordinator is on the line.
Bhuneshwari ma'am, you're there, ma'am.
Want to say anything?
Bhuneshwari ma'am, you're there, ma'am.
Okay. I think she was very busy in celebrating the day.
Okay, sir.
You may continue.
Okay, sir. I request the participants to fill the feedback form, and it's mandatory for everyone to fill it.
Vijay sir, kindly. Vijay sir, kindly 8 minutes.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vijay Vishnu, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
I request the participants to kindly fill the feedback form. So as we come close to the end of day 3 of AICT Atal 6 days online faculty development program hosted by TJS College of Arts and Science, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our esteemed resource persons, to Dr. Swarnamuthu sir and Dr. Vijay Vishnu sir, for sharing their valuable insights and enriching our knowledge through today's session. A heartfelt thanks to all the participants for your active involvement, interaction, and enthusiasm, which made the day truly productive. I thank our respected principal, sir, for keep moving with the entire session and engaging with us. We look forward to meet you all in tomorrow's day 4 session of the FDP with the same spirit of learning and collaboration. Thank you, everyone. So shall we close, sir?
Yes, madam. Now the time is 8:38.
Yes, sir.
Kindly wait just 2 minutes, madam. Because if anyone raising that questions, it is our duty to clarify.
Okay, sir. I request the participants to kindly fill the feedback form, which is posted in the chat box. The feedback link is posted in the chat box. The participants, it's mandatory to fill the feedback form. I take this time to truly appreciate your dedication in joining today's session, even as you celebrate this festive day with your families. Thank you, all the participants. We look forward to another insightful session on tomorrow.
Thank you, madam. We'll conclude the meeting. Have a nice day.
Okay. Thank you, sir.